All right, let's talk about Horizon. All right, so this is a very interesting topic. Very, very interesting topic, top to bottom here. So Horizon, we did get to see a few different editions come out for Horizon Forbidden West. There's like there's 4 different editions, standard and up. All right, so first up, we did get to see the Regala edition. It's going to be $260. Comes with the Regala statue, steelbook, art cards, art book, small figures, a focus replica, in-game resources and outfits, and then a Nora Legacy outfit and spear and the OST. That Legacy outfit is actually based off, I believe his name was Ross, the guy that raised Aloy, so that's pretty cool. Next up was the Collector's Edition for $200 with a Trimmer Tusk statue, steelbook, art book, in-game resources, outfits, the Nora Legacy, and the OST. Then the Special Edition for $80 comes with steelbook and your choice of the PS4 or PS5 disc, art book, Nora Legacy outfit, OST, and then there's the standard edition, of course. So here is the controversy that happened this week, and it's very interesting to see the outcome of it. So originally, there was no upgrade path from PS4 to PS5. Even though last year Sony said the upgrade path would be there. In a blog post they put out last year that's still up to this day, they name dropped like Sackboy, they name dropped Miles Morales as free upgrade paths. They name dropped Horizon Forbidden West as a PS4 to PS5 free upgrade path. And with all these collection editions, they've backtracked. They backtracked on that initially, where it's like you were going to have to buy the collector's edition for $200 or the Regala edition for $260, and you'd be able to get both. Which also I want to point out, I really wish we would move past this stupid phase that we've been in for like the past 3 or 4 years of where these really expensive collector's editions will come with a steelbook but no physical copy of the game. Because if you get these big editions, it's just a digital code. That's really annoying. I want to move past that. I'm not a fan of that. But you were going to have to buy one of those to get both. Like if you were if you were trying to get a PS5 and you've just been one of the unlucky ones that haven't gotten it, as a majority of the people have not. But there was a lot of backlash from that. A lot of backlash because obviously they already said it was going to be free. It was going to be a thing, and they seem to have changed their mind. And part of this backlash as well is just like the inconsistency with how they're kind of walking this fine line of trying to do both generations. Because, Sackboy Miles, right? That was, free upgrade path. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, that was going to be like a $10 upcharge or 20 or 30, depending on what edition you want to buy or whatever, or how you want to upgrade. And then with this, there's nothing. So it's just like, or buying the big editions essentially. And, the inconsistency there is one of the beefs, as well as just the general, the lie that they initially said. Well, a couple of days later, I don't even mean a couple of days, like what, a day later?
No, it was real quick.
Yeah, actually, a couple of days later. This was announced on Thursday. All right, so here's a quote from Sony's Jim Ryan that was updated on the huge Horizon Forbidden West blog post. Thursday was meant to be a celebration for Horizon Forbidden West and the amazing team at Guerrilla working to deliver it on February 18th, 2022. However, it was abundantly clear that the offerings we confirmed in our pre-order kickoff missed the mark. Last year, we made a commitment to deliver free upgrades for cross-gen launch titles, which included Horizon Forbidden West. While the pandemic's profound impact pushed Forbidden West out of the launch window that we initially envisioned, we will stand by our offer. And this was all, now this next statement was all bold in this post, which I thought was kind of funny. Players who purchase Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4 will be able to upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version for free. I also want to confirm today that moving forward, PlayStation first-party exclusives, cross-gen titles newly releasing on PS4 and 5, both digital and physical, will offer a $10 digital upgrade option from PS4 to 5. This will apply to the next God of War and Gran Turismo 7 and any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 and PS5 title published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. So, first thing to take away is that, we've seen this a couple times in not only like gaming, but in movies as well. Sonic the Hedgehog's a great example. If you speak up loud enough, you will be heard. There are some that will fall on deaf ears. I feel like Nintendo is going to be a great example. They do what the fuck they want. They don't care your opinion. It's going to sit there. You're going to buy it anyway.
I just like the thought of Nintendo, even though I'm fairly sure most reps in Nintendo can understand or read English to a certain point. They see all the English posts and just go, Oh, ignore that. We don't have to read it.
Just move on. But we've seen it. But we're seeing it now, where you bitch loud enough and someone's going to listen, which is a good thing, because again, they said this last year that this was going to be an option. And one thing about this is I'm glad that they are setting the hard standard. Because like I just mentioned, there's been inconsistency with how they've been handling this cross-gen stuff, which one of the big topics about this is new to Sony. They haven't done this before. In past years, it's pretty much like, hey, go out and get a second job if you want a PlayStation 3 to play this game. We're not putting it on PS2. We're not putting this on PS3. It's going to be PS4 only. They were pretty much hard split. Hey, we're still going to release games, for both, one game for both. We're still going to release PS3 games, but we're also going to very heavily release the PS4. This generation's been totally different, because there's only like maybe not, taking away indie games, because I know there's a good handful of like some PS5 exclusive indie games. There's only a very small handful of PS5 exclusives right now. It's like Demon Souls, Returnal, and Ratchet are the only three that I can think of, because Miles was on both, Sackboy was on both, Astro's Playroom that came with the console. Don't really count that one too much, but really just those three are the only three that's on PS5 only. This is totally new for PlayStation, is flirting with that line of both generations and making both work. So I'm glad that we are now getting a hard set. This is what it's going to be. $10 upgrade charge, to get to the next one, which that's great. Now, I will say, with the way they're kind of setting this up, it almost feels like Sony is giving everyone a free pass this one time for this.
I think that is how it is, because when we look at it, the Miles Morales, Sackboy, and things like that, and then Forbidden West, we're all at the time said that, yes, these will be a free pass. But when you look at Ghost of Tsushima, I think that was the one they were sort of trying to set and test their...
with how they wanted to do it.
Yeah, with their price points and whatnot. And I think... I don't know what they were trying to do with Forbidden West, to be honest.
I don't know either.
But this backlash definitely hurt, so they'll probably not try it again.
True.
And they obviously took the backlash and went, okay, we've been caught in something we said a year or two ago before the pandemic.
Yep.
So we'll commit to it. And then they went just a hard line. This is, let the community and everyone know this is what we're going to do henceforth, so that they ideally don't get this backlash again.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's a good move on Sony's part and everything for first-party titles to hear the community, accept it, mostly alleviate everyone, and then just be as hard. This is it. We're doing this from now on. And that's sort of their hard point at this point, where they would usually go, hey, go buy a second console.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they're doing this mostly just because of, as we've mentioned several times before on the show, is just the difficulty to acquire a PS5.
True.
And the knowledge that they are aware that not their large portion of the community may not still have a PlayStation 5, so they're better off doing a next-gen upgrade purchase at this time till they can successfully get PlayStation 5s out and more people with it. And I could possibly see maybe the next-gen upgrade thing disappearing.
Yeah, no, I could too. And, that, and involving that topic is... I don't think it's going to be much longer before this is not going to be a huge dilemma anymore, because I do think, give it to, I would say next year, mid next year, late next year, we're going to see a lot more games only coming to PS5. We're going to be we're going to be moving past this very, very soon. Like, it may even just beginning of next year, we could begin moving past this. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a huge factor much longer. I really don't. And I will say, in terms of this Horizon situation, this really is a free pass, because here's a big question that a lot of people just kind of threw out there online for, we as consumers to think about. What's the point in buying the PS5 version? What's the point?
I mean, that's a whole question that's always been asked by friggin' Nintendo community. Whenever there's a Nintendo upgrade from, what was it, Wii U Switch, Nintendo was always, because there's several games during the times when Nintendo's releasing a new console or handheld where it's releasing on the old one and the new one, but they only promote the new one. They don't even mention that it's on the old one.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, this is just a whole thing of Nintendo standpoint that a lot of Nintendo fans have had to deal with. I mean, what's the point? It's ideally...
what I'm referring to is what's the point in terms of if you're going to get the free upgrade, even if you have a PS5, why not just buy the PS4 and get the free upgrade and save $10? That's what I mean. Think about it. What's the point in buying the PS5 version if I'm just going to get the free upgrade?
I mean, I think
that's why I said I think it's the free pass.
Well, my point would be whether you have a PlayStation 5 or not.
That's true.
I mean, if you already have a PlayStation 5, you have a thing of, well, I could just buy it on the PlayStation 5, and I'll still save $10 because I don't have to buy an upgrade, or even excluding the free pass thing. Versus if you're a PS4 and planning to get a PS5, yeah, it's a nice thing, but I think it's mostly a thing of if you have a PS5, so what? If you have a PS4, okay, cool, you get a free pass. If you have both, it's more or less... Which one do I think not going to crash?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, because like me owning a PS5, I look at it as a point of, I mean, the PS5 version $70, the PS4 version $60. I'm guaranteed a free upgrade from if I bought the PS4 version. Why not save $10 and just get the PS4 version? I'm going to get the PS5 version of the game for $60 compared to $70. So, with that, you're spending $10 more just to have the fancy white labeling on your case. Yeah. Which I would buy. Just going to be honest. I would just buy the PS5 version so I can have the PS5, citing for the case. So with that, I am kind of curious, will we see just this one time, because they are clearly giving us a free pass, will we see potentially a price decrease on the PS5 version just to $60? I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. I mean, we look at Xbox, a lot of their new gen stuff is $60. Halo Infinite's going to be $60. It's not the next gen price. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that's going to, I mean, I'm saying that's not out of their own possibilities. I could see them saying, okay, due to these circumstances of we're giving you the free pass, whatever, blah, blah, Horizon Forbidden West, standard edition, flat 60, doesn't matter the console. And then going forward, everything else will be PS5 70, PS4 will be 60, as we already know it is now. Yeah. But it's just, I mean, that was a big question that people put out online, is they're like, okay, since they're doing this, there's zero reason to buy the PS5 version. Zero. I mean, you can just buy the PS4, save yourself $10, and you still get the PS5 version.
I mean, you say 0 point. I mean, I could see them still putting it out at the new gen, next gen price point, because there's going to be people out there who's not going to pay attention to this stuff or not even care. They're just going to say, oh, Horizon, I'm going to buy that for their PlayStation 5. So Sony, it'd be a smart move on Sony just to still put it out at that point, because they're still going to sell it at that point, because there's still going to be people who may not know or pay attention to that stuff who are going to buy it. So Sony's just making a little extra dollars there.
That's true. And they're going to get the extra dollars from me. I'll go ahead and throw that out there. Like I said, I want the nice white, labeling, whatever, for the PS5.
So, I mean, based on that, people have a point. If you want to be a penny pincher and save a bit, get the PS4. But there's going to be tons of people who don't care about the extra $10 or don't know about it, so they're still just going to buy the PS5 version if they already have the PS5.
Yeah, true. Meanwhile, in the other realm of things, Xbox is just doing their thing with smart delivery. Yeah. And they're doing a great job with smart delivery, So, but like I said, I am glad that we do have hard set in stone $10 upgrade charge. That's what you're going to get.